Okay, hello. We've got a painting today that we're going to be doing. So just to explain what I've done to begin with, I've put some masking tape along there, which is going to be the horizon. Above that it's just liquid white, so liquid white thin layer. And then on the bottom half, I prepped it earlier with some black gesso paint and let it dry completely. And once that had dried, I've put the masking tape on. Once that had dried, I've done a mixture of sap green, alizarin crimson and phthalo blue, just to give it kind of a dark background. So there's nothing else there. There's no liquid white on that bottom half. There's no liquid clear. And I think we are ready to go. So we'll do a nice sunset today. I hope whatever you are doing, hope this finds you. You're having a good day. So the colours that I've got are titanium white, midnight black, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson. I've got some brown, some green, a few oranges, yellows, and a little bit of red for the signature. So this is not one I've done previously, so it's going to be our first attempt. It's actually a request as well, which is always lovely to have. Okay, so, and apologies for the camera work. I really need to get a better situation or better setup in here because it's not the best. But hopefully you can at least see what I'm doing. And what I want to do, I want to have like a perfectly blue sky to the top, but then what I might do, I want to really blend it down, and then we're going to have a nice orange horizon at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to reload any more paint. Instead, I'm going to clean the brush. Clean the brush, clean that outside. I've got like a homemade beater kit that I've built, and then just dry it off on some kitchen paper. Again, he kind of does this when you watch Bob Ross, real Bob Ross. He's kind of got it much better set up. So I'm going to clean the brush, and then I'm just going to try and use the colour that's already on there to bring it a bit further down, because I don't want too much blue. So you can already see it's hopefully getting lighter as we travel down to the horizon. So once again, I'm going to clean it off. That seemed to work well, so let's do that again. So there's really not much colour on there. Really not much colour on there, and it's just kind of making it a bit more of a gentler sky at the bottom. And once it's all done, we'll probably just blend it all together as well. Okay, so let's go into the orange next. We'll do a little bit of orange on the horizon. So the sun's just going to be setting. The sun's just going to be setting. So let's get some. I'm going to take this orange here. Again, apologies for my arm, but I'm kind of confined with space in the shed. It's a nice problem to have, of course. Very lucky to have a shed where I can do this. Because we don't want, I want to get a little bit more actually. And also, my ramblings, you may notice, but you will notice, now I mention it, I am unfortunately left-handed, which itself is an issue, because if you're watching Bob Ross, or any of the famous paintings on YouTube, they are not left-handed, so I've had to kind of learn how to do things the other way around. So things like when I'm doing mountains with a palette knife, we're not going to do mountains today, but highlights, they always do it on the left, the white on the left. Oh no, sorry, they don't, they do it on the right, of course, because they are right-handed. I do mine on the left. So yeah, just a little bit of trivia there for you, as it were. Okay, so we've got a nice orange in. I just might put a bit of just a touch of the red. Let's see how we do with a bit of red then. Not too much, but again, you don't want it too bright on there. Just kind of gives it a bit more depth, a bit more colour going on that horizon. So hopefully what we'll do, we're going to have some nice little tiny distant coastline on the right there, really far away, and the sun will be setting right in the middle, and hopefully we should get a nice effect. Right, so we've got this middle area here that I now need to try and blend out. Now again, I've not actually done this before, so you'll have to bear with me in case I don't do it to standard. So I don't want that orange, the yellows to mix with the blue. I don't want that, because then we're going to get green, and we do not want a green sky. You can get green in the sky, but I don't want it in this painting. Maybe one day we'll do one with a bit more green in the sky, but not today. Again, just gently, really lightly, kind of blend it in really lightly. Well, I'm happy with this. This is turning out much better than I ever could have expected. So gently over the top as well. Oh yeah, this is looking good. I'm happy with this. So to clean your brushes, I do have just off the camera here, I've got the paint thinner. You dip it in and then beat it off on your beater, and then make sure you dry the brush on paper towel. That's one thing I did learn. So I went to a man called Painting Policeman, and he is a certified Bob Ross painter. He's in Preston, and he's a wonderful painter. As I say, he's Bob Ross approved as well, which is fantastic. And some of the things that he does, really good. So if you ever get a chance, do Google him, the Painting Policeman, called David. But yeah, one of the things I did learn from him was you're going to go through a heck of a lot of paper towel when cleaning your brush off, because he doesn't really do it on the telly, probably just for the sake of time. And the reason he doesn't need to dry his brush off as much, because on the TV show, Bob Ross uses an absolute ton of paint on his brushes. So even when I started, I would copy what I'd seen on Bob Ross, squeeze out a load of paint. My palette, I never use it. It's such a shame. You know, I am really happy with this so far. So very lightly, just blend it out like that. So we're getting a really nice sky here. Really nice sky. I'm going to go back to that horizon. I just want it to pop a little bit more. Again, all I can do is apologise for my gangly arms in the way. So it's really just on the surface there, on the top of that masking tape. I'm just going to blend it out. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking really good, if I say so myself. I'm proud of that. Okay. Whatever you're doing when you're watching this, I hope you're having a good day. It's a Sunday morning here, and it's not been the best weather, so otherwise I probably would have done this outside. It's lovely to paint outside. Okay, so that's the start of the sky. Next we're going to put the sun in. I haven't done this in a very long time, but again, I am just going to grab a bit more red, and I'm just gonna put it in here maybe. So this is a request, as I said earlier, and I do have a picture of it printed out to refer to. Hopefully you can't hear those sirens in the background. It's like Grand Theft Auto out there by the sound of things. Okay, so again, I'm just going to lightly blend it out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then the next thing that I did learn from the Painting Policeman. Now I've not done this since being at the Painting Policeman, but the best way to get a sun on, and I don't like doing it, but it is finger painting. So let's just put a nice little sun on, just on that horizon there. Wipe that off. I don't like getting the paint on me personally. It's not for me, but you know, it's a little bit of fun. And then what you can do is you scrape off any excess. So I'm just gonna scrape off the excess. Okay. And then blend it, make sure our brush is clean. How are we doing for time? We're 10 minutes, that's not too bad. I don't know how long this will take. So then you've got a nice kind of hint of a sunset there. I think we're good with that. I'm happy with that. Okie dokie, so we will next get a fan brush and we're going to do the distant, as I said, it's going to be some very, very distant hills. So I'm just getting some black, some phthalo blue, some alizarin crimson, just mixing it on the palette knife, and then I will clean said palette knife, and let's build ourselves a nice, far away hill that's just across the bay on the side of this water. So to do that, I'm just going to just with the fan brush, just slowly just paint it in. Once we take this masking tape off, we'll then have the job of just creating it. We'll have to push, because obviously it's wet on the bottom half, but where the tape is, there's nothing, so we'll just have to try and put a little bit, drag a bit of paint up. Okay. Like I say, I haven't actually done this type before, so you'll have to bear with me, and if we think we don't like a bit, we can scrub it out. When you're watching Bob Ross, he always says we don't have mistakes, we have happy accidents, and that is actually true. It's not just like a silly catchphrase. I did a couple of weeks ago, I was going to try and do flowers for the first time, and I watched this video, this YouTube video. I watched it twice, in fact. I watched it twice, and I thought, oh yeah, I've got those paints, I've got those brushes, I can do that. And I couldn't. It was awful. So rather than just obviously get annoyed or upset, I just blended it all in and started again and just did my own painting. So yeah, it really is true. Okay, enough wittering for me. Let's take this tape off and see how it's looking. It might be better on that side, because yeah, I left it on that side where there's just a bit of purchase to pull the tape up. Okie dokie. Before we do, just going to blend that a little bit more. It's more of a curve. I'm happy with that now. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. That's great. Put that fan brush back. Let's take this tape off and see what we've got, shall we? good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Right. Excellent stuff. So then what we do, we grab our dark mixture. And again, we've got all this colour that's already on the canvas, and we're just going to bring it up to that horizon line just there. Mix it up, bring it up. And what we're going to have in the foreground next, we're going to have some, I'll just take that mountain mix with that. We'll have some water, again across this lovely horizon, and then we'll also have a foreground, and we're going to have something a little bit different today. And you know what? That little line there actually works as our friend, because it's kind of showing a little bit of shoreline across the bay there. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little bit more paint. That's better. This is just pure black now, midnight black. I just want to get that more in there. Cool. Right. So next, put some water in. Some distant sign of distant water. Again, this is going to be across the bay. I think this is Morecambe Bay. This is where I'm based. I'm based in Morecambe in UK, and you do get some absolutely fantastic sunsets. You really do. So we're going to just put in a little hint of some distant water. And then hopefully, so I'm just doing horizontal strokes, so you can hopefully, it's giving the impression of some water, and occasionally I'm going to apply a bit more pressure to the canvas so it picks up a bit more of that paint. Again, go back, get a bit more of the titanium white, and we're going to have it much more prominent where the sunset is, because it would obviously reflect that water on there as well. Okay, I don't know why, every time I keep reaching over for titanium white, instead of going for my palette, which is about here, I keep going for the liquid white, and we don't want that just yet. I might get some liquid white, but not just yet. So again, I'm going to work from the outside in. No, I'm not. I'm going to work from the inside out. Ah, dear. It's early. I've only had one coffee today. Just have to excuse me whilst I'm just focusing on getting this nice straight water line. I'm just going to grab a sip of water myself. And then what we can do, look, we can then blend it down, and instantly you would never guess that we had that tape on our canvas. So that's fantastic. There we go. Again, just horizontal, nice long strokes. You can almost have too much fun doing this because it does feel very good to do. I do hope it's enjoyable to watch. I do hope I've not sent anyone to sleep. Or maybe that's what you are watching for, maybe. I do know some people do find it soothing to watch. Again, I'm just going to clean my brush a little bit. And I might not put any more paint on now. I'm just going to actually just blend. Just blend. How are we doing for time? We are doing 20 minutes. Yeah, it's not bad, 20 minutes. I think if you were a professional, you probably would have done it by now, but we are not professional. This is just a hobby that's escalated. I'm just going to put a little bit of that titanium white and a bit of liquid white. So I do want it a bit more prominent here, where that sun is just catching the surface of the water and just really sparkling it up. You know what? Let's do it again. That seems to work out well. Okay, and we'll just get a little bit more here. Okay, and just touch. Again, so you might have seen I've put a bit too much pressure on then, so if you do make a mistake, you can just blend it out. Alright, I hope that's looking good on camera. At this point I apologise for the Banksy John Travolta holding a banana, but again, that's where we are. Okay, so next I am going to put in a little bit of reflection. So I'm just going to start to pull. Let's see how we do here. Let's see how we do here. Across. And so what's happening now is I'm trying to get the effect of the shore is now. The tide has gone out, it's receded, so there's still some water there, but as we're getting closer, it's just going to be the shore itself. And then to do that, again, I'm just going to get some liquid white. Excuse me. That knife, just gonna kind of give the effect of some water that's just coming in. It's just hitting some banks. Again, I really want it to pop right in the middle here. Looks like it's going to be okay. And then we're kind of getting to where we've just got sand, wet sand. almost just gently. And now as it's getting closer, we can obviously have more colour because you can see it. The further things are, the distant they are, the lighter they would appear because of the depth. But as we're getting closer, that's why I'm adding a bit more pressure when I'm applying with the knife, because in theory we should now be able to see these bits. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to get a little bit more of that white and black there, just try and blend it out a bit more. I'm much happy with that now. It's just there when I'm just blended it away. And now I'm just gonna kind of get this effect that the water is receding. And then in the foreground I'm going to use this prominent white area. I'm going to use it to then highlight. I'm going to have some nice people sat on a bench. Nice couple. Just the two of them. Just the two of them on a nice bench. But we'll pop some foreground in first. We'll start with we'll take the 2-inch brush, he says before it. We'll take the 2-inch brush and we will mix up some colour. So again, I'm going to get some black, some blue, crimson, brown, the majority sap green. I thought that was a mark on my hand, but it's just the handle. Okay, clean the knife off. Tap some in. Okay, and we're gonna now push in some nice bit of grass. You won't be able to see it yet, but I'm going to make it pop once we have but I still want to keep that gap because I don't want to lose brush. And next I'm going to go to a really underused brush, the oval brush, and that's going to help us pop in some highlights on the grass. So first of all, I'll maybe just get a little bit more of the liquid white, just a bit more of the liquid white onto the palette there. The reason being that we'll run it through that liquid white first. Run it through the liquid white first, and then we can pick up our greens and oranges, and that should hopefully give us the effect of some nice grass. Okay. I'm going to get a yellow as well. I do like that Okay, so we're doing 30 minutes. We're doing okay. 30 minutes. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop in just the effect of some grassy bits. It should start to appear on your screens. I'm just going to get a little bit more. I don't want it to take all that dark colour away. I do want to keep some in there because I do want to have a bit of distance and a bit of depth in that painting. Let's get some other colours on there. Let's have a bit more. Go for a bit of orange. You can see it there now, can't you? I think you can see it. That's good. Okay. Again, I want a bit more colour in them towards the middle because that is where the light would be situated, where it would be catching really from that lowering sun. Might even get, oh yeah, that's nice. Might even put some red in there, why not? Why not? Why the heck not? Okay, so we've also got some distant bushes, so I will just pop some in there as well now. Again, go back to my dark colour, and we're just going to pop them just in there. Just in there. And then we can get, you know, I said we're going to get some red. We got some red. I'm just going to pop a few little bushes in there. Okay. Okay, we're looking okay now. Looking good. Hope you're still with me. Let me just clean all my brushes. We're doing 30 minutes. This is not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, where should we go next? Next, we're going to build. Let's build our people. So we're going to have some people, a nice couple. We just want the silhouette. So again, I've only done people once before in a painting request, and then that was for they wanted a family in Beacon Fell, so it was kind of similar idea. It was like a nice orange sky, nice orange sky, but then with trees on the outside. Okay, let's try this then, shall we? So we'll have our people right in the middle. They could be in front of this bench here. Okay, so just mixing it in. Doesn't have to be precise because obviously with it being a sunset you're not going to be able to see them fully anyway, so it doesn't have to be, you don't have to get details. As long as you've got the outline, I think we should be happy with that. Okay, so next what we're going to do, we're going to block it in with a fence. Not a fence, a bench. I'm going to block it in with a bench. I might just... That brush was working okay. Let's use that brush again, shall we? I'm just going to put it... This is the point where I might have to get down on my knees. That's better. Oh, that's better. Punch it into the canvas. Now I've just got as the bottom bench, and I'm just going to try and get that top bench now. Okay. Okay, I'll just stand back. I'm just gonna have just a quick sip of water. Okay, let's have another try at this. Let's have another try at this. So again, not made a mistake, but a happy accident. I'm going to get a lot of paint on this brush, a lot of paint, and I'm going to thin it. I'm going to thin it down. A nice dark colour, but very thin. I'm going to try again. We'll go again. And this time, I'm going to put them here instead. Head. And then the bench. So what I've done, I've highed it up so that you can see it now on the back of that water. And then what we can do is we can block more colouring, and I'm going to redo this bit here. So again, we've not made any mistakes, we've had happy accidents. That's much better, or it's going to be. Once we're done, we'll maybe put a little bit of highlight on that bench. Yeah, a little bit of highlight. I'm much happy with this now. Again, I don't know what the bench actually looks looks like. It kind of look like that. Clear on that side. Lighter in the middle, where the light's hitting it. And then we'll just put some legs in for the bench. Doesn't have to be clear, because again it's sunset, you're losing your light. Apologies. If you heard that, that was a Sunday train going past. Okay, so let's go back. And then we can block it in with some grass. I'm just getting all the oranges, the yellows, much red. And that oval brush again, I do like that oval brush, it's a really good brush. Again, just tap it in. Much better. Much better. Okie dokie. We are on to a winner now, folks. We are on to a winner. We'll get a thin script liner brush. Oops. My brush rack is falling apart. Thin script liner brush. And we'll just get the outline a little bit more emphasised on our little people. Okay, what else should we just give them, just to get a bit more emphasis on their outline? A little bit of the white. I think that looks good. Right. And then we want a nice path, because you need to get to the bench, you need to get there, so we'll go for a little bit of brown, some more of that sap green, that's a good green, and then we'll just and a nice sound. Oh, that looks like a nice sunset, if I say so myself. That is a nice place to go. And again, I'm going to get some more of the light colour next. And just in that middle bit there, I'm just going to the sun's just catching even a rock or into 45 minutes, that's good, that's good. Okay, get rid of that bit, I don't like that bit. Told you, you can just, not like a bit, you can just go over it. It doesn't matter. It's your painting. Okay, so we stand back. Are we happy? Yeah, I think we're just about happy. I'm going to put, I could be here all day at this rate, but I'm going to put a little bit more emphasis on that bench. Just, why the heck not, just to get a bit more outline. Probably will be here all day, won't I? That's fine. Keeps me out of trouble. We got our people on there as well. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do? Yeah, there's always other stuff I want to do. I'll just put a few little because it's by the coast. A lot of this will be they'll have been blown backwards. That wind. That wind. It does get windy. It does get windy. And then just put touch, 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 touch. Just a touch. And I think I have done. If anything today has taught me is that my back is not what it once was. That's fine. Okay, and then the last best bit, the signature. So, growing up, everyone's always like, what's your middle name? I don't have a middle name. So, I'd always be saying, it's just Jack. It's just Jack. And that is really where JJ originates. Plus, I'm lazy. So if I only have to write 2, bits, happy camper. And that, my friends, 50 minutes, start to finish, painting done. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this and hope you have a rest of a good day. Bye.